Far too many business owners and entrepreneurs focus on building a business and not a brand. On this Branding Bites podcast, I dish out bite-sized strategies to keep your personal brand front and center to make a more significant impact and see bigger results in your business. Hey there, it's Kristen Korn, and you're listening to the Branding Bites podcast, episode number 35. The number one secret to choosing a digital product to sell. So if you listened to the last episode and you're curious about creating your own digital product offer as another business income stream, then great. Inside this episode, we're going to discuss the number one secret to doing that and choosing the right digital product to sell. There is no denying that adding a digital product offer to your business mix could give you another boost to financial freedom. And as you know, and I mentioned last episode, I am a huge advocate for helping women leverage their influence to monetize their brand. So much that I created a 4-step roadmap called the Stay in Your Lane Brand Method to help you do just that. So I do believe it's so smart to diversify your streams of income, and I am never for putting all your eggs in one basket. So let's talk about what digital product you should sell. So if you are like most of my clients, you're hiding most of the skills and passions you have that everyone else would pay access to. Yes, it is true. Like, you possess so much knowledge right now that you could monetize. So the first question I ask my brand consulting clients is this: what do your business and priorities look like now? Like, I want to know where they're spending their time right now. And maybe they don't even have a business yet, but I want them to describe their day, what their work looks like, their family, just their everyday, day-to-day routine from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. Because by listening to them, I can pinpoint where they're aggravated, the part of their story where I can tell that they're disappointed, they're unhappy, or they're just not being fulfilled. But I can also notice the parts of their story where they light up, and I can tell they love talking about that particular subject. So that's where I start digging. Recently, I had a discovery call with a girl entering the music industry. She's from California. She's about to release her first single, and she needed a brand presence. She wasn't online like she needed to be. But while we were talking, I could tell that music was just one of the many outlets she was using to move into her lane. Being in her mid-20s, she had gone through depression, family issues that she was hiding, a long-term relationship breakup, and so much bitterness. By digging into her journey to healing relationships, to having the faith and hope to keep moving forward, she had gone through a significant method to get where she is today. She had used negativity and turned it into creativity, and that's where her music gave her an outlet. She mentioned how young adults have too much fear to be able to express their true self, and she wanted to help inspire them to become the architect of their own life instead of getting caught up in how others see them. By the time we got off our call and we were setting up her consulting account, we were not only going to set up her brand for her music, but start the process to develop her digital product offer. So she can take this niche. She's so passionate about helping because she was once that lost and depressed young adult and now can help them solve their number one problem, and that being the actions to take to seek out their true authentic self. So if you're going to create your own digital product so that you have full control, the number one secret to choosing what kind of digital product to sell simply becomes to always sell to a niche that you are passionate about. Just how you don't go get a shopping cart and go shop for the perfect brand, you don't jump on Pinterest to see what's trending and go sell something in that category. Beginners make this mistake all the time because they don't realize how critical it is to understand your niche if you want to sell something to the people in it. So in every scenario I've ever been a part of, the niche my clients sell to is the niche that they were in 3, 5, 10, even 20 years ago. By knowing everything about a particular niche and ideal client avatar, you'll know everything about their mental and daily struggles. Thus, you'll be able to easily identify the problems they're having. And you being moved past that period that they are now living in, you are the perfect person to deliver them the solution they are looking for right now. No niche is too small either, or too large for that matter. So don't even get caught up in that thinking. No one has a story or experience like you have. So in closing, I hope you start to dig into your own influence, your layers and layers of pivots, life cycles, lessons, and experiences. They are waiting to be shared, and the solution to someone's problems right now, you hold within you. And the number one secret to choosing what kind of digital product to sell simply becomes to always sell to a niche that you are passionate about. You can learn more about setting up a complimentary 15-minute brand discovering call with me by going to kristenkorn.com/consulting. I would be honored to help you leverage your brand influence to empower others. God will use your story by surrounding you with people who need to hear your past so it doesn't become their future. All right, purpose-driven CEOs, until next time, keep putting purpose behind your brand, and thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Branding Bites podcast. I'd love to hear from you, so hop on over to Instagram at Stay in Your Lane Brand and drop a comment. And if you're feeling extra gracious, please leave a review wherever you caught this podcast. You can dive into the show notes for this episode and all episodes at brandingbitespodcast.com. And if you love this podcast, please share it with a friend. Thanks for tuning in.